No, you're not alike at
No,
all.
okay, I'm gonna say,
in the
okay, hold
slightest.
on. I'm gonna say something to you. I do like when a man is jealous, but that doesn't mean that I like him to be jealous, that I make him jealous. I would never make my man jealous.
Okay, that's a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. You missed the point then, because only you can make him jealous.
What do you mean?
That's not.
The
That's
woman
not actually
is.
true.
It's only the woman can
Nah.
make him be
No,
jealous.
That's not true. That's not true.
Bullshit.
That's not true.
Well, are you a man?
No, but I know that.
How the fuck do you know what you're talking
okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've been married. Because men can get fucking jealous of
You don't know
other
what the fuck you're
men.
talking about. It is down to the woman's action is what creates jealousy. It's what either she
What happens
allows
in marriage?
in. It's what she either allows in, right?
He
Or
died.
that she goes out of her way.
Marianne liar. She's like, Diego. They separated. No, we were together for 10 years. Yeah.
How many kids?
No kids. I would never leave him if I had kids.
Was
Oh
he
my
shooting
God,
blanks
you
or what?
guys!
10 years?
Imagine Ryan,
10 years we were high school lovers. My first love. My first and last love.
And what?
except the Jew. Don't forget about it.
Oh god, here we go.
Everybody.
See, you can't take a single word. The single word this girl says seriously. My single
No,
love, and then
Mr. Adams
immediately,
said
we
we're
get
not
the other one.
joking, but you think it's just we're doing it with humor, but it's actually true. So.
Everybody loves us. What can I say?
Shut up.
Shut, don't go up. It only goes up.
You're not a Jew.
bro.
You literally converted yesterday.
That's right.
Why is this Mordecai picture on? Can you please remove this, Ariel?
I removed it. There you go.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi, Samir.
Hi Snow.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Ariel's like the black version of Walter in The Big Lebowski.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just married to
I
a
thought
Jewish
you were
girl.
gonna say Walter White, but yeah.
Walter
I don't
White.
Oh,
No.
hey, look at John live streaming now. You'll get to see his ass crack in a second.
It's Evan.
With Denny Gamma Saudi.
Cyber Monday.
زعبوني كده ما حد صورة السيد.
No, Sharami.
Takbir. Cyber Monday. So you better be looking at the deal when they contact me, okay?
I told you, those are the ones that. What TV do you have?
A good one.
Is it like how much was it? Is it like actually a good one?
Oh, God.
Be careful, it might blow up.
That's a good one.
Start talking shit. You know, whatever.
What is it? Sorry, you broke up a little.
I don't know that I can do this. I don't think I can have the patience to buy all these DVDs.
It's worth it. I mean, at least for the ones you really like. Like once you see it, it's it's the picture quality. If you have a nice TV, is substantially better with a physical disc. It's just like substantially more data being transmitted. The bit rate is like 4 or 5 times as high. There's no lag. There's no artifact thing. The audio track is uncompressed. So if you have like a good audio system, it sounds way better.
Cares.
Oh my God, really? It's too much.
It's not too much if you're. Diego asked me about it. Diego is a man of culture. He's a man of culture. A man of film.
That's why I noticed
Who
there
the
was a
fuck
few down the
looks
well.
television anymore?
You know what's
What?
funny, Evan? Every time I go into one of these like a thirst trap videos on YouTube,
Every time.
always, the top comment is always "Welcome, men of culture." Every time.
The culture of simpery.
Mm-hmm.
Diego, all my friends thought that I was crazy for buying the 4Ks, and then they saw it and they can like see the difference. Even people who aren't like super into it, it looks better. But you have to have a nice TV in order for it to make a difference.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. I was just afraid it was gonna be like $800 or $1,500.
Oh God, no. I mean, I have the one that I have like this Sony one that was like I got it at a thrift store for like $10. It retails for like $180. The only reason I didn't recommend it is because some people say they have skipping issues with it. I've never had a disc skip on me, but people in the community seem to like much more highly recommend the ones that I sent you. So it's just like.
So the Jude admits that he goes to thrift stores because he's a penny pincher.
Hi, Rick.
Mr. Anderson, we're gonna go easy on my little meta brother, Kevin. What's up, Snow?
No, Kevin is Fergie, he's a fucking dipshit. And he's made his bed and he's gonna lie in it.
He is very confident about what he says, so.
Confident is not the word I would use.
Confidence goes a long way with women.
Unfortunately, with his curly bab, it's eroded immediately.
Diego, you can start collecting criterions.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have like 20 or so of them now, 21, something like that.
I don't mind to buy these things used, so as long as they're in good condition,
Yeah. I mean, it's sometimes it's hard to honestly like new during sales is the best. Like sometimes you can get like an okay deal on eBay or whatever. I bought a few on eBay, but they go on sale pretty frequently. Like the criterions go 50% off like several times a year.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think it's worth it just to have like a small collection of your favorite movies that you plan on rewatching. You know, like some people like hoard them and they want to have like an expansive library. I think that's kind of like a waste of money unless you're gonna, you know, rewatch a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. I think
Or if you're,
but you know, torrenting can give you the highest bit rate, even higher than.
Oh, no way you can get. I mean, I guess if you're downloading the entire file, but how big is the file?
64 gig version of the fucking Matrix. Fucking eat my.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's probably. I wonder.
Yeah,
like that's
Blu-ray.
probably close.
It's a Blu-ray. That's where they rip it from.
Yeah, that would make sense. Oh, but you don't have the 4K. Is it not the 4K file?
It'll be on. I can't pronounce it. It's .mkv. Which is always those are the highest quality. It's like Mark Kluva or something. I don't fucking know.
You know, if you're downloading a full file that's like 60 to 100 gigs, you could totally. That's like probably as good, definitely as good as a. I don't see why it would be any worse than a disc.
Like it's not a compression. It is a Blu-ray.
Yeah. Well, that's obviously good.
A Blu-ray capacity single layer is 25 gigabytes. Dual layer 50 gigs. Triple layer 100 gigs. Quadruple layer 128 gigs. So a single layer Blu-ray, which I'm guessing is what most of them are only 25 gigs.
Yeah, well, a lot of the 4Ks are the triple and quad layer discs.
Yes, anyway. Who the fuck live stream? Who streams shit like what? Do you think you're getting the highest quality off Netflix or something like that?
A lot of people do. A lot of people don't know. Like they think that like Blu-rays and 4Ks, they like call them DVDs. Like they don't understand the difference. Yeah, they think that they're. But well, here's the thing. They think that because they have a shitty 4K TV. And the Netflix says it's 4K. They think that that's like the highest quality that you can get. Which is fine. I mean, for a lot of people like don't care about watching content in like the best possible quality. People are watching like Grey's Anatomy and shit. You know,
it only matters if you've got a big screen and if you have a proper multi-channel audio setup.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a fucking waste.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think you can make a case for either or. Obviously, you want to have like a nice TV and like a good audio setup. But, you know, I mean, if you have like a nice TV and like a sound bar or whatever, I mean, it's not great, but like, it's like, I could see why someone would still want to have like, you know, really good image quality. I think the audio quality is underrated for sure.
No, audio is probably, to me, it's certainly over 30%. I don't know if it's 40%, but watching a movie with a proper audio setup, on a 5.1 channel is, and even music, you know, proper music. It's
talking sound bars.
We're not talking sound bars.
Sound bars are like the entry level, like what they give to people to make them think that they've got sound quality.
Yeah. Sound bars are sound effective, easy.
Yeah, the sound bar is better than the fucking. A soundbar is going to be better than the speakers in the television itself, probably. But it's just that.
What's like the elite of the elite? Like, what's it called? Surround sound?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be having like I mean, honestly, not even like surround is nice, but even having like 2 bookshelf speakers that are of like good quality in stereo is gonna like absolutely smoke like any soundbar, basically. Like that's what I set my mom up with. I upgraded her soundbar to just like a receiver and 2 left and a right speaker, and it sounds like infinitely better than the soundbar. Just because, I mean, just think about like what a soundbar is. The speakers are like fucking 2 inches, and they're all crammed next to each other.
Yeah. The guys that I really know that are into audio, and don't claim to be. I have like it's like fucking 15-year-old Bose 5.1 fucking setup, which is more than good enough for my needs. But like, my friend has these speakers, and they're like 100 kilos each. They're literally like 200 pounds each, you know, that sit either side of the television. He takes it like ridiculously seriously. Yeah. So
there's definitely diminishing returns.
Being able to push a bigger volume of air also makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I think my speakers are all. I have a 5.1. I think the speakers are each like 6 inches, and then on the sub, I think the sub is a 10-inch. The sub was fucking heavy as dick. It weighs like 40-50 pounds. But yeah, no, it sounds. It's a totally different experience. Like I always used to need to watch stuff with subtitles because I couldn't like understand what the fuck people were saying. As soon as I upgraded to like a proper audio setup with a center channel, I was like, oh my god, I can actually hear the dialogue.
I have a KEF center channel, which is $800 or $900 new. I mean, it does a pretty damn good job. It's got bass. It's got.
You have like a left and right though, right?
It's got 4 channels on just the soundbar.
Oh, it's a soundbar.
It's a soundbar. Well, it's a center channel that has surrounded.
Take you back to
things
Don
to it.
Diego's
Like it's got
house
left,
that you
right.
could lose.
It's got like satellites. It's got like
The Andrew
satellites,
Kings.
right? Yeah, but the
I don't know
issue is
that they're
that
satellites.
are they all connected to the soundbar?
They're all in a row.
Oh, yeah, but the issue with that is they're too close together. You don't have like proper
Look at all those
separation.
lasers. See the lasers shooting at me? See the lasers? Those
Bookshelf
are
speakers.
lasers.
The problem is my
I
master
tried
bedroom is
covering them
shaped
up,
in
but
an
they're
odd
right
way
near the
where I don't
mic.
know where to place the
So
speakers.
you
It's
mute
in the
the
master
mic
bedroom?
actually. The mic is at the top.
Yeah,
the
that's
mic
why
is
you're
not
like
at
a
the
living room?
bottom.
No, I have a
That's
living
at the
room
top.
where I have tower speakers and everything, like
Oh.
full Dolby Atmos
dude.
system.
It's just for your bedroom. I think sound bars are fine for bedrooms. I think it's like probably not worth the headache. I mean, like if you're doing any like really serious watching, like you're probably doing it in the living room, right?
It feels like Friday.
Not just like throwing
It
something on
feels like
before you go
every
to bed.
day.
Yeah.
What hour is it? What fucking year
Dolby
is it?
Atmos, subwoofer, the whole experience. Like, it gets loud in there. Not loud, but you know what I mean. Volume.
Yeah, dude, I was watching I got a 4K of Interstellar. I watched that for the first time, and
Woo!
during like the rocket takeoff scene, my
Woohoo!
room was actually like vibrating. It was.
I know. You sent me a picture of your setup one time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely like we're not renewing our lease, and I'm gonna get a bigger space where like there's more space between the speakers and stuff, and I'll actually be able to do like a proper sub crawl and get like more optimal sub placement. But until then, it's really good. I wasn't planning on doing the 5.1 just because there's not really the space for it. But I got such a good deal on it. I got all those speakers for fucking $200.
Right? You should join TV Too Low. The subreddit.
You mean TV Too High?
No, you are TV Too Low.
I'm not TV Too Low. What are you talking about?
From my memory, yeah.
No, my TV's definitely not too low. It's, if anything, it's like ever so slightly too high, but I don't mind because there's actually space for the center channel directly underneath the TV. But like ideally the TV would probably, like you want the center of the TV to be at eye level when you're in viewing position. So, and mine is like a few inches above, but like that doesn't really bother me. Like people who, I mean, you're one of those mantle people, right? You got a TV above the fucking.
That's retarded.
I do have it above the mantle, but I actually have
the articulating mount.
Yeah.
I remember the articulating mount.
It was expensive as hell, dude.
Yeah, I mean it's worth it. I mean if like there's truly no other space for your TV, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah. But no, if I could go back in time, I think I would have chosen, at least for my bedroom, since I only watch at night, a projector.
I think like if you're going with like a gigantic,
it needs to be like 100 inches to have a projector.
Yeah, I agree, because that's
the minimum sort of worthy point, right? It's like,
yeah, because it's not going to be as good as like, especially like an OLED. Like even an elite projector isn't going to produce the same inky blacks and contrast as like a good OLED. But I will say, like if you have like a small home theater and you want a 98-inch, 100-inch, 110-inch screen, like I could definitely see the argument that the slightly worse picture quality is made up for in terms of like immersion.
Biden administration.
They threatened Israel.
Yeah, they don't accept the ceasefire. That they'll have to be sanctioned.
Mm-hmm.
And so if they do the ceasefire, if they break the ceasefire or something, I don't know, I can't remember. I was kind of reading about it on Twitter, but something to do with sanctions and a lot of pressure for the Biden administration. All right. Slippers.
Please don't scroll. I'm just.
Hi, Aditi. Hi, Joy.
Hi, Aditi.
Where is Shirky? I don't know. She wasn't on today?
No, I don't know. I haven't seen
I
her.
went very early this morning because I just jumped on and jumped off.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I did too. God, I gotta stop drinking this soda stream. I'm getting so gassy.
Is Soda Stream to you like soda, like regular soda? Is it like something?
No, soda is just soda water, and then pop is
Flavor.
Yeah, like Coca-Cola, whatever. But we don't really say pop. We just say whatever drink it is, like Sprite, pop, etc., etc. You know.
I just read something about a ceasefire in Lebanon.
Yeah, maybe.
What'd you read?
What?
You want to read it?
Yeah, it just says Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin announced a ceasefire.
All right. Well, that's good. That works, Tommy Chops. That works.
Thanks, Tea Time.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I can't complain.
Well, I'm glad.
Finishing up my work day, and then I gotta go to a shiva call, and then And then I'll be back.
Same. I'm finishing up work too.
That's good. So I guess. Oh yeah, because you're in New York.
Yeah, I work from home though. I'm a supervisor.
Oh, that's good that you get to work from home.
It has its pros and cons.
Fuck. Why? Because you don't get to socialize with human life.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I end up changing my backyard around a lot. So.
All right. So you're in the suburbs.
Yeah.
I was in the city last night with a lot of people from the suburbs.
Oh yeah. Where'd you go?
We went to a place called Rebby's not here. 12 chairs, 12 something like 12 chairs, 12 napkins.
I've heard of it. Never been.
It's
This
an
is a live
Israeli
stream.
restaurant, but it's not a kosher restaurant. But
This
it's
is
Israeli.
called
Was this
Kiss
the
and
one that everybody
Choose.
went to last night?
It's called Kiss and Choose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Check out that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Kiss and Choose, y'all.
So I drove in.
Oh, 12 Chairs Cafe. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's called Kiss and Choose.
really good food.
Who's everybody who went?
It's got more subscribers than me. Kiss and Choose.
Who went? Rebby, Roya's sister. I'm gonna get some. Yaakov, Cohen,
Wow.
Darren, Chava, Ariel. I don't know if you remember Ariel from the old days.
I think so,
Zed.
yeah.
Everywhere you go,
Wow.
you live.
Big Zed's
What a
wife.
crew.
It's the live
Big Zed's my
world.
friend.
I'm
You didn't
alive.
know. Rebby, am I missing? Oh, Rebby's brother. That's B. And I think that's it. Rebby, did I miss anybody?
Damn.
Wait, where is Miss Natalie?
37 subscribers. Just Indian women just sitting there.
What did you say?
Where is
Or
Miss
37 viewers. I get
Natalie?
nothing.
On here for...
Yasmin.
At least my content is somewhat
Guys.
intelligent. I mean, crazy. There's a whole world on YouTube which is live now. Oh, they kicked me. Those anti-Semites. Patrilineal, of course.
Oh, you need to see Fallen because you like scary movies. So you have to see
Fallen? When's it
with
from?
Denzel Washington, 1998.
1998. All right. What's it about?
It's like a detective story slash like supernatural thriller.
Well, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Have you seen Haneke's Funny Games? I just showed that to one of my friends.
No, I know you told me. Tim, that's why it was such a dumb move for Randy to like do what he did.
What did Randy do? Can't do Randy.
Randy rage quit because I wouldn't kick someone for him.
Oh.
And Kapara.
You're choosing fringe or at a minimum a fringe character and at best an outsider for a returning character to the show.
Yeah.
No, but the point is she's not disruptive. She might be annoying.
This is where you don't get it, but it's fine. You're not going to change her.
He doesn't get it.
No, I just realized that I couldn't.
Dude, you think Nora's an acceptable fucking person to hang around?
He's
I'm
generally quiet.
I'm not gonna say any more than that.
I mean,
Wait a minute.
fine.
Tim's anti-Nora? What's this?
Bro, I've had her blocked for months.
Oh my god, interesting. Very interesting. I thought you guys would get along because you both hate Jews.
I hate them all, bro.
Yeah.
He's an equal opportunity hater.
I do not discriminate against kikes, wops, or greasers.
Oh, that's good. Oh man, I got quite a drive tomorrow. I'm driving to my girlfriend's family for Thanksgiving.
First struck me as the road trippy kind. Hey,
I don't love it, but if something's if I can drive somewhere in less than 8 hours, I'm probably gonna opt to do that over flying.
Yeah, by the time you actually transit to an airport, sit around and wait for 2 hours, possibly a delay, have to deal
exactly.
with other people. Even if there's a small period where it's, even if it's greater than, say it's 6 hours door to door via plane, I'd still rather drive 8 hours because I'm in total control. I'm in my own company.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Like if it was double, if it was from when I leave home to when I arrive at my destination, it's 6 hours via plane, right? So like a 2 hour plane, 2 to 3 hour plane journey, and a couple hours either side, versus a 12+ hour drive, maybe not. But there's a certain point where even if it's a longer journey, it's still worth it. So you don't have to deal with the riffraff.
Yeah, well, it's nice being in control. Like even like at a smaller level, I walk to work every day. And it takes me about 25-30 minutes. Technically, I could save about 10 minutes by, taking the subway. But if I did that, then like I have to allot for time to make sure I don't miss the subway, or if it comes early or late. You have to, like, by the time you do it, you're better off. Whereas like I know exactly how long it takes me to walk to work, and I get the exercise. So yeah, definitely team driving over flying. Just kind of sucks. I mean, like it's cool that you can do it and get somewhere that you really don't want to drive to. But I totally agree that like unless you're talking like double the length of time, by the time like how early do you like show up to the airport? I like to show up to the airport like 2 hours before.
But that's not even, no, I don't. I never fucking do that. Unless I was like traveling with a group of people. But like if it's just me or maybe one other person, like I'm always not last. Like I've never missed a flight in my life. But like I don't hang around in an airport.
Yeah. Depends on the airport too.
But the under appreciated bit as well is depending on the circumstance. If you drive there, you also have your own vehicle. You don't need to rent a car.
Oh, true, yeah.
And other people or whatever. So you have your own. There's an element of freedom that comes with that as well. That I'm in a different city, or I can go visit my aunt the other side, or there's not this like you're just waiting around for hours for dinner to be cooked sometimes, and just like what the fuck am I doing here? Just like you're trapped.
You know what the problem with flying is? That you have to fly with a bunch of people that have never flown before.
Oh God, I once flew Frontier. Wouldn't recommend it.
What's the one that all the black people use?
Frontier and Spirit.
Spirit is going out of business.
Yeah, I remember I was driving around looking for my gate, and I saw a bunch of, people, and I was like, that must be the Frontier gate.
Dude, it's going out of business, the Spirit, but when I go to the airports, I go to major airports are full of people that don't know how to fly.
Yeah.
No, bro, I don't know. Because there's just like, listen to me. You live in a multi-ethnic country is the problem. The videos I see of people chimping out in airports, right? Dude, this shit doesn't happen where I live. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah. Remember that white dude who was singing Eminem when they were trying to get him like to do something? Remember that guy?
Who?
There was the video of this white dude at an airport who was freaking out, and then he started like rapping Eminem. He started rapping "Not Afraid."
No, why would he do that?
I don't know, because he was trying to make a point, and he thought that the best way to make the point was through music, I suppose.
Wow.
Yeah, wow indeed. Look it up. Look up Guy Airport Eminem Not Afraid. I guarantee you it'll show up.
No, like I've been on a plane and like where it got hit by lightning and I had to turn around and return to the airport and whatever. No one had an issue. No one lost their shit. It's perfectly orderly. Blah blah blah. We all literally disembarked the aircraft through the gantry, literally into the exact same gate or up the gantry that we literally took off from, or we departed from. And then we just sat in the terminal for a couple of hours and there was no one chimping out. There was no drama. In fact, there was a girl that I went to school with on the same flight. Like, so we were like, it was a non-issue, but like.
Have you ever had to sleep in an airport?
No.
I did once. No. My flight, like, something happened to the plane.
Well, there you go. Again, I'd rather sleep in my car. I literally just did I take a lot of photographs, especially when I drive. I don't know why I have this thing where, like, if I drive through on like over a bridge or through tunnels, I always take like whatever. So basically, when I lived in Portugal and I went to the Le Mans race, obviously in France, I took like, it ended up in the entire trip, I took like just under 2,000 photos, 1,900 and something. So I made like it was about 2 to 3 minute slideshow basically, just literally skipping through all the different frames. And why the fuck was I bringing that up? Yeah, the also the benefit is I can sleep in my own fucking car, right? Rather than in a fucking airport if there was something to go wrong, right? So if there was something unexpected, like, so car for the win.
My fear.
Yeah, definitely team car.
My fear of sleeping in an airport is like someone will just steal my luggage.
Oh yeah. Like I'm like if I have closed my eyes even momentarily, I'm like wrapping like my arms around the straps and shit, and like, fuck that.
And then some guy gives him a high five at the end.
You found the video?
Yeah, what the fuck am I looking at?
Visions.
What's wrong with this person? But yeah, that's what happens at airports. Shit like that.
Yeah, well, people show up like, I don't know, like I said, I'm showing up like minimum like an hour and 30 minutes before, just because I've had it take an hour to get through like security before. Where, like, for some reason, like, there's one fucking security person open.
That's like peak travel. Like, that's like peak summertime or hot vacation holiday time.
You have to come to America and see how it works here.
You gotta let the TSA like fondle your balls too. I don't know if they do that in Ireland.
Yeah, watching videos of them like fondling kids, like, I don't even have kids and I'm not even in America, but like that radicalizes me. I'm like, I just, there you go, another reason to fucking drive.
I remember I was going into a club like fairly recently, and the dude was like brushing over my crotch, and he did it like a few times before he realized it was my dick, and then he just gave me the craziest look.
TMI?
Yeah, it's probably not the first time I've done that,
No. He's like, oh no, I did it again.
Is this IDA or Illinois Highway Authority?
Oh.
Yeah, I would rather drive coast to coast of the United States than let someone fondle my kids.
Dude, coast to coast?
Absolute impunity.
Coast to coast is like 4 days.
Bro, I drove 2,000 miles. I think it's about 3,000 miles. Coast to coast. I've done from basically Ireland to the very south of Portugal, which is it's 2,000 miles. I've done that in 36 hours. Would not recommend.
Palestine, they have only worked to remove the occupation by any means necessary. And just like Egypt, when Egypt rose up, what would happen if Egyptians were also under an oppressive occupation right now? What would they do? They would do the same exact thing, and you have 1,000 Hamases in Egypt. Right, you have a military, so you could speak from that perspective. Guess what? We have a military. It's called Hamas.
Yeah, it's
and you can't sit here and talk about how strong your military is. At the same time, you're talking about how you can't help, you can't do anything. Our military can't do anything right now, which I understand.
Military is protecting its own country internally and externally.
Listen, I'm with you there. I'm totally with you. I understand about Egypt, and I understand that if Egypt enters a war with Israel, Egypt's economy is teetering right now, and it won't take much to send it over. I get that. But don't say Hamas.
Don't misunderstand me. I don't want you to speak to me with resentment, thinking that I don't support the Palestinians.
But you say Hamas, though.
On the contrary, I do support them like till the very last.
But how can you not support Hamas, the only resistance group that's fighting?
Because the amount of resources that gets tunneled to Hamas is not even being it's not helping the Palestinians in any way, shape, or form. They all just use their own weaponry, and not to mention as well for their own sake, their own community, their own people, which is basically the Hamas.
That's what the Israelis want to do. Right from the beginning, before the October the 7th, Smotrich has actually testified that they want to wipe off all the Palestinians. They want Israel free from Palestinians. It wasn't. These people were actually intending.
And what do you suggest Palestinians do? What are you suggesting the
Palestinians
Palestinians
have
not
to die,
fight?
you know?
I didn't say
We
that.
have to fight.
I never said that.
There's
We
no other
did
options for the Palestinians but to fight.
we did
Because they're dying. Whether
non-violent.
they're fighting or whether they're not fighting,
Hold
they're
on,
dying.
Joe, wait. We did
It's
non-violent
not doing
protesting.
anything for the sake of the people. Actually, I don't see any improvement
The
in
people
people's
will,
situations.
well,
and
the
everything is
Israelis
for
want
their
to
own
kill the
sake.
people,
We're still
the
in war.
Palestinian people.
We are still
They
at
want
war.
to kill the Palestinian
Like,
people,
wait,
not
six.
Hamas.
Hold on, Yahweh. Hold on, please. We're still at war. There isn't an improvement yet because we are literally still at war. Hamas.
There's never been, actually, when it comes to Hamas. There's never been an improvement. To be
Wait, what do you mean there's not? So right now, the pendulum for generations was pro-Israeli around the world. And that pendulum has swung all the way to the other side to be pro-Palestinian.
No,
That's because of Hamas.
The entire world witnessed.
Right,
Like,
witnessed.
Never before has the world sympathized with Palestinians
Right.
as much as they do now, and that's because of how everybody in the world took to the street to basically advocate for the Palestinians.
That's because Hamas recorded everything.
Yeah, whatever.
Hamas recorded everything. They video recorded everything and put it online. They understood
It's
that
actually the
cyber.
opposite. Normal individuals, commoners, are the ones who are able to.
What are you talking about? Have you not seen the Hamas recordings of their operations and what they do, and the recordings of the reporters that are in Gaza right now? Okay, and I doubt they're getting paid very much through Al Jazeera because no other reporters are allowed in. Okay, they were there from the beginning. Hamas records all their operations. They put them out every single week to show, yes, we are making progress. We are literally removing Israelis from here, from this area, from this area, from this area. They keep having to come back. Every time they come back, they lose more and more tanks, more and more soldiers, more APC carriers.
Will they have the resources to actually replenish that? You're saying they don't have that much. I beg to differ. I think they have millions and millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars, basically. You see, you don't actually have.
What do you mean? Who doesn't have much? I never made the claim about any money that they have.
You just said that.
I didn't say anything about what money they have.
Okay.
No, I didn't say what money they have.
I'm just true.
I didn't say anything about money. I said Israel comes in, they conduct operations, they are recorded by Hamas, and when we say Hamas, and when you say Hamas, by the way, I hope you know it's not Hamas. It's not one group. Hamas, the resistance for Hamas is Al-Qassam. There are 14 other groups, 14 other Palestinian resistance groups in Gaza to fight along with Al-Qassam. So for you to say Hamas, you're really blaming all of Palestinians because they come from from the left to the right.
Pull the victim card so badly.
What victim? We are fighting. We're not being victims.
No, you are.
You're the one saying you're a victim. You're a victim of your own nation, of your own government, of your own people, the size of your country. We're not saying we're victims. We're saying we're not victims and we're willing to fight.
Again, misconstruing my words. First of all, I never played the victim in any way, shape, or form. We're not at war. My country is still very stable. We don't have wars in it. Okay? You're just pulling you're literally, every time I talk about Hamas, you're telling me you're against Palestinians. You're pulling the victim card every time.
How can I be pulling the victim card when Palestinians are fighting?
Yeah, cool.
Victims don't fight. Victims give up.
Okay.
It's not possible. You can't have it both ways. We can't fight and be victims at the same time.
I never referred to the Palestinians.
Then who's a victim?
Okay.
Who's a victim?
I was referring to you and the way you word it. Basically, okay? Look, don't try to trigger me and mansplain me, okay? It's not gonna work.
Wait, I am not a victim. I have a career here in America. I live in the U.S. I don't live in the West Bank.
No,
I definitely do not claim to be a victim. I'm Palestinian, but I am not.
Gaslighting? Why are you gaslighting him? He's from Palestine.
I'm not gaslighting.
Yeah, you are. You're gaslighting on purpose. I don't know if you're trolling or if you're.
I'm not trolling.
Okay.
This is a very serious matter. Hold on. This is a very serious matter. As soon as hold on. Yahweh, bro, mute up. Get the fuck up. As soon as we brought up the point about the Hamas, what you did is, oh, these people are not this, they're not, they're damaging their people.
Actually.
Yeah, but we called out the Egyptian government, you started defending, even though we know from our perspective, the Egyptian government is in the
From
wrong.
your own perspective.
For my own analysis, I have a lot of data on this.
Okay, I respect your analysis. That's your own opinion, but still very subjective, nonetheless.
There's a lot of people that actually are talking shit about Egypt, by the way. They're saying, why aren't they opening up the borders? What are you talking about? Go on Twitter Space, you'll find out. Looks like you haven't ever.
I will say the Egyptian military, I think they are itching for a fight with Israel. I think that is, I will say that. But when it comes to what you said about Egypt, I do agree. But for you to say what you said about your own country, but then turn around and say, well, those that are actually fighting for your rights, meaning Palestinian rights, they're no good. Like they're not doing anything. They did do something. They literally stopped the deal between Saudi Arabia and Israel, which would have bypassed Palestinians and would have left Palestinians in a perpetual state of oppression forever. So they have the Palestinians' best interests in mind. And why? Because they grew up in that same area. The area that they are defending is the area that they grew up in, their parents grew up in, their grandparents grew up in, and you could go all the way back, these are second and third, not generation refugees, but they actually had to move and become refugees 2 or 3 times and ended up in Gaza. So, I mean, I don't understand how you could say that, unless you give an alternate plan for achieving a situation where Palestinians are no longer occupied and brutally oppressed. If you can give a scenario, a plan forward for something without fighting, I'm willing to listen.
I just think it's futile. That's all. But I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna talk any further about this. I'm not gonna give any further comments on this because I guess you and I agree to disagree, and I think you and I actually agree, but I think just a matter of semantics, really. So it's okay. It doesn't matter.
It does, because there are people dying there. Okay, Edward, so the Sumatra is actually planning to annex the West Bank. Are they going to do something similar to October the 7th, ignite some kind of false flag or...
It's just talk about annexing the West Bank.
Yeah, he's trying to do something similar to the West Bank as they did to Gaza. So probably they will do something similar to October the 7th.
Attack it? Well, I mean, when it comes to the West Bank, my cousin just returned a couple of weeks ago from the West Bank. Her father passed away. Thankfully, when he passed, she was there for a couple of weeks, and he ended up passing away as she's returning home.
I'm sorry for your loss, Edward.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Her experience. Now she grew up in the West Bank, my cousin, and moved here when she was in her, I want to say late 20s, when she got married. But her experience a few weeks ago in the West Bank was, she said it was very surreal. She did notice which was very odd, that there were Israelis conducting operations, and she would hear Israeli gunfire, but she would not hear returning gunfire from Palestinians, which she found to be very, very odd, because where's the resistance? And this is in the Ramallah area, which is not known, is not a very resistance-heavy area, but you would at least expect that there would be some resistance to whatever was happening. Whoever Israelis were shooting at, you would expect somebody would be shooting back, but there wasn't. And she asked around, and it turns out that the Palestinian Authority has been taking guns away from the Palestinians around Ramallah and the surrounding areas. Bethlehem, Columbia Camp, that's where I'm from.
American,
and,
bring Leanne up, please.
I'm here.
Yeah.
And so That's what she said. And when it comes to the settlers and Israel annexing, she asked about this, and Palestinians do not believe, and they know the political situation in Israel better than I do. But Palestinians over there do not believe politically that Israel is anywhere near annexing the West Bank. It's just talk from the right.
You know very well
at this point.
You know very well that they're planning to, you can say kill all the Palestinians or making a genocidal war. So basically, they don't want to see a Palestinian from the river to the sea. So all the people should die because they want to keep it this way, only pure for the Jews. So that genocide has to continue. I mean, if there is nothing, if there's nothing going to happen in the West Bank, they will have to create some kind of problems to give an excuse to wipe out.
No, I see what you're saying, Yahweh, but understand Netanyahu right now is in really weak position internally. He has two new, very, very serious charges. I don't know if it's 2 or 3, but it has to do with the top secret documents that were found in Gaza that the IDF has. They were considered top secret. He abused his powers to get the documents. The documents were not supposed to be removed from the archives, secured archives that they were in. You had to have a clearance to go in and read them. You could only read them. You can't take notes. And it's a need-to-know basis. He had someone go in and make a copy of them and then show those parts of those documents on national TV in Israel. So he is facing charges for that now. And
to be honest, Edward, I think the charges are bullshit. He's polling higher than ever, and he's coming across like Winston Churchill. I like this peace deal, by the way, with Hezbollah. If the Lebanese army does our work for us and pushes them back beyond the Litani, the job will have been done. And if they break the ceasefire, there's going to be hell to pay. So, and you remember, Hezbollah said there would be no peace from Hezbollah until there was peace in Gaza. Hezbollah's dead, and Hezbollah's going to have peace with no peace.
The ceasefire is going to give Hezbollah, the ceasefire is going to give Hezbollah a chance to re-up on the arms and ammunition.
We're back in. If they do anything, we're back in.
No, but this next time, this next time when they re-up, it's going to be really hardcore. Yeah, it's going to be really hardcore. So what's the plan here? They want to put their focus. Hold up. They want to focus on Gaza instead of take their focus away from Lebanon.
That is exactly what they're doing, which is push them back behind the Litani and disarm. If they rearm, then we're back in there.
So they're not violating the Israeli government. Never violated anything in relation to the border. The 1701.
Now you're changing the subject.
No, I'm not talking about the same subject. 1701 resolution.
No,
they never violated any of the.
They're supposed to be behind the Litani. Now the U.S. and France.
They never violated any of the.
Amir, can I finish a sentence? Now the U.S. and France. Hang on. Now the U.S. and France will enforce the ceasefire and the Lebanese government, which it always should have been. Now they're going to get rid of Hezbollah, and I think it makes a lot of sense.
Hezbollah is part of the government. It's part of the Lebanese government.
Not anymore. They're getting kicked out. They're a terror group. They're out.
That's what you think. Yeah, that's what you think.
No, I don't think so.
They fund Lebanese institutions, by the way.
Listen, they're a terror group, Amir. They're out.
Yeah, they fund Lebanese institutions, by the way.
I'm sorry.
That's how Hezbollah is in power in Lebanon. By the way.
They're an occupying force.
You should go look it up. Do your own due diligence.
I do look it up. They're a terror group regarded around the world as a terror group internationally.
According to you.
No, international law.
Okay, was Nelson Mandela a terrorist? They still have a terrorist?
No.
Okay, what about Taliban? Is Taliban a terrorist?
Yes.
No, according to the U.S., it's not. Go look it up. There you go.
Look it up. Go look it up. According to the U.S.
According to the U.S., I go based on the U.S. laws.
Yeah. Amir, you're not going to talk your way out of this.
No, you didn't have the knowledge about the Taliban, right?
Why did you switch to the Taliban?
Because I was trying to make a point about.
So in other words, you conceded about Hezbollah.
I was trying to make a point. In today's world, in today's time, maybe they're terrorists, but tomorrow, what if the U.S. comes around and right? Okay, these people are not terrorists anymore. What do we do about that?
Keep dreaming. Keep wishing. Keep wishing. Good. So you agree they're terrorists now?
No,
In the future, Hezbollah is
you
gonna
guys
come
violated the
looking good?
1701 as well, by the way. You guys have violated 1701 as well.
They're out, Amir.
You know
They're
this,
gone.
right? Look at the resolution
That's the
1701.
You can change the subject all you want.
No, I'm not changing. I'm sticking to the Lebanese border. This is why you guys want Hezbollah out, back off because 1701. And the Lebanese
We want them
government is
out
pushing.
because they're terrorists, Amir. And they're leaving. They got to go. And now we're empowering the Lebanese government and the U.S. and France to get rid of them. That's the facts. And again, Edward, I'm terribly sorry for your suffering and your family because we do have a heart. But the Hamas has brought nothing but shame and destruction upon your people. And they will not be allowed to remain. I'm really sorry about
I think we Palestinians have learned that it's up to us if we want to remain or not. Norm,
you can remain.
No. If we want Hamas there, if we don't want Hamas there,
I'm sorry.
Whatever
you lost that right.
we want to do. Hold on. Whatever resistance that we feel is necessary as Palestinians, we will conduct as Palestinians.
On October
We
7th,
learned
you
this after
lost that
October
freedom.
7th.
That freedom is being confiscated. I'm
No,
sorry, Edward.
so you
I have
can't
to say
confiscate
it.
because I didn't borrow any money from you. I didn't take out a loan from you, so you can't confiscate anything. I didn't miss any payment.
What we're confiscating is their guns. That's what we're confiscating.
The only way to do that is through a ceasefire.
No, the only way to do it is for them to put their guns down and surrender and give back the hostages.
You said that about Nora, but you said that about Hezbollah. And what? Hezbollah had to volunteer to leave.
What did I say
Northern
about
Israel?
Hezbollah?
You said the same thing about
Hezbollah has been dismantled. We've killed their entire leadership.
If they've been dismantled, why are they volunteering to leave the northern border of Israel right now and to go back behind the Litani River?
I don't understand you.
Dismantled. If they have been dismantled, then
they're going there to lick their wounds because of the international.
No. Wait.
You just asked me the question. I just gave you the answer.
Okay, but dismantle means, Norm, it's not difficult, right? You have a line on the right, on down the paper. That's a border.
Yeah.
The right side is Israel, left side is Lebanon, and on the border is Hezbollah.
By the way, I'm grateful for the fact that you're a Zionist and oppose the existence of Israel. I am grateful for that.
Norm, listen.
That's true Zionism.
Okay, so Norm, stop it. You're not going to be ready.
I'm not doing
Okay, hold on. Let me finish. Let me just finish I'll land here. Okay, that line, that's the border. Hezbollah was on that border. Is still right now on this border. Okay, they entered into an agreement. Now they have agreed to move away from this border and over past the river.
That's right.
If Hezbollah,
which was our war aim.
Hold on, Norm.
That was our war aim.
Wait, Norm. If Hezbollah was dismantled, they would not be on that border right now. They would already be past the river.
So when we defeated the Japanese, when we defeated the Japanese, it didn't mean we had to kill every single Japanese soldier. It meant that we had to destroy their leadership, disarm them, and wreak enough havoc on them that they has done. Which is why they've been begging for this ceasefire and why the world is stepping in, the U.S. and France, to enforce it, supporting the Lebanese army for the first time, which wasn't strong enough to do it.
And that's fine. That's fine, Norm. I have no problem with this. What I'm saying is, Hezbollah has not been defeated. You have to enter into an agreement with them for them to leave the border and move back and agree not to attack Israel. That's what the agreement says. If they were defeated, you would not have an agreement saying this.
Now I will answer.
Focused on the remnants of what's left.
Remnants?
Hang on.
Now literally have been fighting and
you rested. Let me respond. Go ahead. So Hezbollah said they would not stop until the war on Gaza finished. Nasrallah said that. We've killed Nasrallah. We've killed their entire leadership. The war in Gaza goes on, and Hezbollah is now pulling back behind the Latani as they always should have.
So,
that
so
is our victory.
Biden said, okay, today, did you listen to his speech?
I didn't listen. I see he's taking credit for it, which I think is amusing.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Yeah. But so what he said is that now that there's a ceasefire agreement with Lebanon, now it's time for a ceasefire agreement with Gaza. This is what he said. The ceasefire agreements, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, for Hezbollah and for Gaza are already done. They're already, the ink is drying.
Well,
they've been done before Hezbollah.
The security and cooperation agreement with the Saudis and Israel and the U.S. was done 10 years ago as well, by the way. That's never changed.
I don't know what that has to do with this. What I'm saying.
Well, you mentioned it before, so I thought I'd touch on it.
Okay. No, well, yeah, I did mention it earlier. What I'm saying, Biden mentioned it today because Israel still wants the relationship with Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia wants
the terms of that will be Hamas is out and the hostages come back.
That's fine. Listen, I have no problem with that. No problem with that.
Neither do
I. That comes through a ceasefire agreement, which releases the hostages, which releases the Palestinians in terms on the other side, which releases the Israelis from Gaza, which allows aid in. This all has to happen.
Aid has been going in all along.
Norm, how do you coordinate? You coordinate by having an agreement, a contract. This is how coordination is done.
I don't think you and I disagree. I think you want to frame it in a way that affords your side more dignity, and I have no desire to deny you that dignity.
Wait.
It says on the contract, he's going based on the contract. What the hell are you on about?
I'm saying there has to be a contract.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying, Amir, to be honest.
I think it's way above your pay grade.
I don't think you understand the conversation that Edward and I are having. We both actually know something about this.
I don't think you understand about the 1701.
Now you're saying to me what I just said to you, which is
oh my God! So I'm the one that brought up the 1701 resolution. What the fuck are you on about?
What does that have to do with anything? The 1701.
Well, this is why they were pressing UN to make the fucking deal. The 1701. Go look it up. Go ask Google Baba like you always do.
1701 is out the window.
Yes.
The US and
go look at
France are coming in. Excuse me, Amir. 1701 gave UNIFIL the responsibility to enforce. They failed. The New Deal has the U.S. and France doing this, and that if it fails, then we're going to be back at war. So it's a whole new ballgame, my friend.
I'm going to win shit.
There's no point, man.
Well, watch us. Watch us. Potato.
I'll know my serious question. Is that coffee date in Brooklyn still on the table?
You're gonna kill, rape more men, women, and children?
No, we don't do that. That's your guy's job. That's what Hamas did. So no need to keep going.
El Norma, you still gonna take me on that coffee date in Brooklyn?
Well, I'm not in Brooklyn. I'm not in Brooklyn anymore. I'm abroad. So, but
I'll
you
come back.
Coffee sometime.
But
you're not in Brooklyn.
Yeah, no, I'm not in Brooklyn. Just promise me you're not going to sacrifice me in the.
So you want to meet me in where? Amsterdam, England? Where do you want to
come to Amsterdam? That's real close. Yeah.
We do dental work.
What's that?
We do free dental work in Amsterdam. Come.
Do you? Is that why you? Is that why it had to happen when you got your teeth knocked out with your losing fighting career, Potato? The one that left you with traumatic brain injury, so you can barely put a sentence.
How about you, El Norma? You can come to London. I'll show you around my sister.
Potato, dear? Potato? Huh?
Potato.
With yes or no?
Ludwig, stop copulating. El Norma, you come to London. Come to London. I'll show you around.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. Where in London? Give me a location.
I'm in Central. You just tell me where you are. I can meet you at station. I'll show you.
I wouldn't go to Central. How about Victoria Station?
Sure, I'll meet you at Victoria. It's a big station, but I'll find you.
You're gonna get messed up. You're walking around.
I'll take you to some Palestinian restaurants. El Norma.
Oh,
I know you're used to that. Tastes like a home, right?
No, I'm a big fan of Palestinian food. Of course, I prefer the Israeli food, but I love the Palestinian people.
What is Israeli food? It doesn't even exist.
No, look, try Googling
Israeli food?
Israeli food.
What is that, like North? Is that like South African food?
No, nothing like it. You see, we're native to the region, so any food that comes from the region is Israeli.
Polish.
Norm, where are you?
Where are you, Norm?
In terms of what?
I thought you said you're on vacation. I wasn't
I
listening.
didn't say I was on vacation. I said I was abroad, and I'm not specifying where.
Oh, okay, got it.
Are you
He was abroad.
No, are you serving the idea?
I have certainly the idea, absolutely, and I will repeatedly. I'm all. I can't answer that question.
They need you
Are
there.
you serving in the Mossad? Are you in Mossad?
I can't answer that question. Let's just say that we're a worldwide network. We love intelligence.
You notice how he tried to make himself sound relevant?
Put your name over in the chat, potato. All of you little cowards afraid to use your real names. All of you cowards who split your country.
Norma.
Of course it is. All of you little
I
cowards.
live in my country. I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
little keyboard warriors in your mother's basement with your pants around your ankles.
No, I'm in California.
Okay. What happened to your country, Amir?
So Al Jazeera is paying me to host these rooms every day.
I asked you a question, Amir. Amir, what happened to your country? What happened to your country?
Nothing happened to it.
So why did you leave?
I didn't leave.
Oh,
no.
Where are you from?
He's from
I
America.
didn't leave.
Amir.
So
where
I got two passports. I got two passports, Canadian and American.
Tell me which passports, Amir.
Like two, Canadian and
Only one at a time.
Palestinian tea.
No.
I never had to leave my country either.
Oh, nice. What's that weird excuse for letters in your name? What happened to you?
He's trying so hard.
What's the weird excuse for your
He's gonna trigger you. Just don't get triggered, okay?
So are you guys ready to surrender like Hezbollah?
Hey, Al Nasro, what is the weird excuse for your receding hairline?
Good. No, I believe it. So you guys ready to surrender like Hezbollah?
You guys let us
do the right thing. Save yourself some aggravation.
Who surrendered?
Hezbollah. Do yourself a favor and save yourself the aggravation.
I heard that Netanyahu is training with Usain Bolt.
Oh, really? That's interesting. That's a good one.
Increase his running speed.
That's a good one. Don't quit your day job of getting punched in the face. How many times have we hit the head?
Zero Moroccans were injured.
No, seriously. How many times did they hit you in the head?
Zero Moroccans.
For this to do. No, go ahead. How many times have we hit in the head in order to do this dumb, Taylor? Tell the.
I had a handful of concussions. Is that
no
what you're
kidding.
asking?
No, that's a surprise. You're shocking me now.
In all seriousness, my Zionist friend, if you're ever in London, you want coffee, let me know. I'm usually free.
I'm in London all the time. I'm here
I'll make time for you, Norm.
All the
London
time.
all the time. Zama is doing business. He's in London.
Yeah, we have lots of banks.
He's trying to make it sound like so casually. I hop on my private jet. I'm in London.
True.
You're nowhere
Absolutely
near London
true.
to be found.
No, I don't always fly private. Sometimes I fly commercial.
Fly private. You fly private on that car pilot.
But normal. Do you know who did that murder that happened in the UAE? That was very sad, you know.
Uzbekistan is still paid. Go watch the movie Munich. You'll see what will happen to those.
Who do you think did it? Because look, they're trying to create tensions between UAE and Israel and UAE and Iran.
You know, the crown prince is very upset about this, and believe me, this is going to come down like a ton of bricks.
I'm upset about it as well. I've been talking about it for the past.
I don't blame you. It's easy to murder a rabbi, isn't it?
Innocent man
No,
who
it's
killed
against
him.
my religion to go after.
Soren doesn't have a religion, so he was in favor of Putin.
Spiritual leaders are not. You cannot kill spiritual leaders.
He's a kafir. What's that, potato? I'm sorry. Are you spitting teeth now, or are you trying to talk? Which is it, potato?
Do you write your own material? Because this is really cringe.
No,
He's
you
pretty
write it for me. It comes out natural. How many times have they broken your nose, Ludwig? Potato.
Twice.
I'm not surprised.
One time I got clipped, and the first time was an accidental hit.
Must have been an accident, for sure.
Well, the first time it was, yeah. You want me to upload that picture? Would you like me to upload that picture?
I don't want to throw up in my mouth, but show it to somebody who cares. Show it to your boyfriend.
You mean your mom?
No, my mom is 98. She's not interested in you.
I love full grown women.
Let's say again.
I don't have those pedophile tendencies y'all have over there. At least
so you like old ladies. I figured.
If that's what you want to call it, that's okay.
Well, that's what you just said. You just said my mom.
All right. Is your mom 98?
She's 98.
She looks like 42.
Thank you.
That's why I'm fucking her.
So anyway, enjoy. She needs a good show. Anything else, guys? Anybody else want to surrender? Usually this is the opportunities. I guess Edward left. Okay.
So Normal, before you go, can I ask you one question? So independent
are you ready to surrender, Amir?
Yeah, on this app, sure. Look, independent commission, right? Israeli commission finds Netanyahu responsible for 7th of October.
Yeah.
According to
No
Times
jurisdiction. It's a bunch of bullshit.
No, but that's coming from
against Trump. Take as your model Trump. Trump is a good model. What they tried to do to him,
the Times of Israel doesn't lie, by the way, Normal.
Same thing. No, listen, they're just a newspaper like any other. They get some things right, some things wrong. But what they tried to do to Trump is what they try to do to Bibi, to be just as ineffective. I think Bibi may turn out to be the Winston Churchill of his time, to be honest with you.
Bibi.
Bibi. You know, you're a hero. The guy who's defeating on 5 fronts at once. That guy, you heard of him? Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran. When's Iran going to hit back, by the way? I guess they're afraid, am I right? The Houthis, keep on their fort. Okay,
Bibi
guys.
tapped out.
Huh? What's that?
Bibi tapped out like Conor McGregor. Tap machine.
No, I don't think so. He still seems to be running the government of Israel. I think he just made, he just got Hezbollah to surrender to him. Pretty impressive. Anyway, listen, good luck to you guys. I don't blame. You guys are like the southern United States. You got the lost cause.
No, when is Bibi Netanyahu gonna surrender to all their arrest?
Those are bullshit. Like the ones against Trump. It's nonsense. There's no jurisdiction to that. Bunch of bullshit. Yeah. Total bullshit.
I got personal questions. You're a filmmaker, and I read your profile.
You know, I've heard a lot of stuff from you. It's too friggin' ignorant. You gotta up your game a little bit.
Startup investors, digital health entrepreneurs.
What's that?
You guys,
do you guys all study English from the same broken English textbook? You guys, you can barely get a sentence out.
I'm a Semitic. You
guys are like
I don't
retarded.
Proper English because I'm a native Semite. You see.
I see. Okay. Me too. Me too.
No, you're not Semite. You are Yiddish.
No, we are. Yeah.
No,
sorry.
No,
sorry.
No, you're Yiddish.
No, we are. No, don't have to be sorry. No, we don't speak Yiddish. No. We come from every country in the world.
No. You're not.
Yeah.
If you're Semite, then I'm a German. I'm a Yiddish.
Well,
see,
I don't understand.
We can't be the same, no?
You can't even speak English, sir. Learn a language.
I can't speak English because
you don't speak English.
You see, this is a Germanic language, and I'm not taught history. You know, I was born native Semite. You know,
it's because
you're
developmentally disabled.
Turco-Slav shit, and that's why you speak Indo-German or Indo.
Right. No, I don't speak Indo-German, and I don't speak Yiddish.
Perfectly. That's why
I don't speak the language. So our
that's why you can't speak
is Hebrew.
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 You can't speak Hebrew. You can. The reason why you can't speak Hebrew.
Thank you. I'll let you think about it.
Be a little bit gentle with him today.
I'll let you try to figure out what I just said. You guys can talk about it.
The reason.
Very
upset, the who? The what?
El Novo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be gentle today. Like, you know.
What?
I'm
what are you saying? Head wound, potato head? Mr. Trump.
Honest Jew here. Go ahead.
We got an honest Jew in here. We got a lying Jew and an honest Jew.
All right. Take care, guys. It's been great. I want to go celebrate our victory. Enjoy this evening.
Victory?
I know you're going to try to figure out what
Shalom.
Bye.
Okay, you take care.
Bye.
Nice talking to you. We are.
Go and celebrate with your own mouth. Go.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello to your mom.
Go.
Thank you. I will. I'll say hello to your family.
We're waiting.
Tato.
Let's go.
Hello to your mom.
Go and do your celebration.
Hello, mom.
I'll tell your mom that your head injury is coming
Go
along.
and do your celebration. Go ahead.
I'm celebrating already.
Y'all are better, man.
What's that?
Huh? Your mom.
Leave.
Your mom. You notice how Potato always says the same thing, your mom? This is like somebody in 6th grade says. How many times did you have to be hit in the head to get this stupid, Potato? Just give me a number.
Why does it look like you
Hundreds
grabbed
of
a
times.
handful of... It looks like you grabbed a handful of feathers from your pillow and just glued it on your head.
I
What
don't
the
know.
fuck is that?
I don't know. That's my hair.
What the fuck is
You're
that?
very
What is
focused.
What is... Get rid of it, man. Let it go, man. It's just...
Let it go, bro.
Like
Let it
with
go.
your brain. Like
Let it go.
Almost.
Go and do your celebration.
You guys give me strength, and I thank you for it. Thank you.
We give you stress?
No problem. Take your strength.
You give me strength. You making more Zionists every day.
No, go and shove it. We don't care.
Okay.
Go and do your celebration. Go.
Yes,
go.
we are.
Okay, go.
I think I'm going to go to Ramallah and celebrate. You think we should let them keep? Should we let them keep Ramallah, or should we take them? Figure it out. Which do you think?
I think
Which
they're
do you
going to
think?
make you smooth. I think they're going
Should
to
we
make
take
you
Ramallah, or should we? I think we should let them
They're
have
going
it.
to make you smoothie. They're going to make you smoothie.
Okay, thank you. Okay, excellent.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go to Ramallah.
What's that? What that? We do. I've been to Ramallah.
Okay, go. Go right now.
Yeah. Go. Could you believe one room can embarrass a room full of Jew haters? This is why you lose. Right here.
What?
Right here.
No, but I'm
This is why you lose.
normal. I don't hate the Jews.
hater?
No, I know.
Yeah, I have Jewish friends.
Really? So do I.
Amsterdam, full of Jews.
Oh, yeah.
They live peacefully with us, man. Nobody's bothering them.
When's the last time you were in Amsterdam, Potato?
I like
Time
it.
ago.
I'm born and raised in Amsterdam.
When's the last time you were there?
I had it.
I'm born and raised there.
When's the last time you were there?
I live here, you dumb fuck.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Are you there right now?
Am I there right now? I'm born and raised in Amsterdam. I live in Amsterdam.
This is the
pretend that
chosen people. Have you seen the level of the IQ right now?
You're not even smart enough to lie. That's how freaking stupid you are. I love it. I love it. This is what, sure, if you say so. Maybe you think of me that way.
These people, the high IQ, Ludwig, we're talking to one of those chosen people with a high IQ level.
Say so. Whatever you say. Yeah, it's up to you. Whatever you think of us.
I don't think anything.
We don't think much of it.
He said we had a high IQ, so I'm just saying whatever.
That's true. You're one of them, you see. We're just seeing it.
Thank you. Yeah, sure.
Look at it.
Absolutely.
I don't know, but we really.
Okay, girls. It was nice talking to you. You guys are wonderful.
Okay.
Don't forget to say hello to your mom.
Love you. Oh, I do say hello to my mom. I say hello to yours as well. I mean, I have to swing by the red light district. I waved to her. She's got the little light on her over there by the canal, right?
Your
You
mom?
know what I'm talking about, right? By the canal. Yeah, your mom. Yeah. And you know what? She gives me a discount because I'm gentle with her.
Sure, mama. I talk about
All right.
mother like
Peace and love. Peace and love. See you by the red light district.
Shalom.
Shalom. Mazel tov. Imagine being in your 60s and so bitter.
I mean, really, I don't understand why you bring this guy.
Bro, they gave up on everything. War, bombing women and children, soccer, street fighting. I've never seen a weaker species than this, man. This is...
El Normo has a mental issue, really. He's not normal. Anything but normal.
They just destroyed Gaza. That's all they did.
Destroyed Gaza. Well, the Gazan is still there. No. They will all turn to be, and they're all going to be Hamas. All Gaza will get Hamas from now. Which is good.
Look at this.
There will be
First we take Manhattan, then we take Berlin.
Yeah, but, hey, what's up, Montana? If anybody else want to come on up, you guys welcome to come on up. Don't worry. Let's try to refrain from personal attacks. It goes crazy, right? Please don't do personal attacks. And John, what's up, John? John, did you ask me a question or somebody said you asked me?
Yeah, you didn't respond.
What was your question? Can you repeat?
It's in the chat.
I'll have to go to chat. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, basically, the screenshots you mentioned a while ago, they were a lie, right?
I can't remember. I can't give you names. You see what I'm saying? So maybe
there were no screenshots, right?
No, that's what I did. That's what I said. Remember I told you that person.
Existed.
No, I received them on Telegram. It was like one time. I can only see one.
You received them on Telegram?
I requested the guy to send me. I requested the guy to send me the one that I can save, so I can put it in my PTR. But I haven't heard.
That's convenient.
Are you lying on me?
What screenshots? What is he talking?
God only knows. God only knows what this guy's mind.
It was a screenshot. I think John, was supporting Israel in their rooms, right?
Allegedly.
You support Israel, John. We know it. It's okay.
These alleged
Thank you, John, for supporting my people.
Screenshots that probably don't exist, most likely don't exist, but
John,
it's alright. It's alright, Amir. We're still besties.
No, I asked the guy to, bro, I'm being honest with you. I've asked the guy, and he hasn't responded. I've been trying to get hold of that guy. I think something happened. God forbid, something happened to him from the Zionist.
God forbid something happened.
John, I remember at one point you were supporting Israel, and then, I don't know, did you change your opinion? Because I do remember me going into one of the Zionist rooms and you kind of arguing the same points I was arguing on the Palestinian side. Have you changed your opinion? Is that what?
Oh, what do you mean?
Like, it's okay if you change your opinion, if you got more educated. If you got more educated and changed your opinion, it's okay to admit that.
You said I was supporting Israel, then you said I was saying things.
Yes. A few months ago, I remember you saying some things in support of Israel. And then, I don't know, about a month ago, it seems that you started to support Palestine. So if you have had a change of opinion because you're more educated, it's okay to admit that.
I've never supported Israel.
John will never admit any. John
You're in the Gatrix. You're in the Gatrix, in the tunnel.
You're in the quote-unquote small hat tunnel.
So if you don't support Israel, you support Palestine, right, John?
No, I don't support Hamas.
I didn't say Hamas. I said the Palestinians.
Yeah, what's happening is unfortunate, yeah.
Do you condemn Israel for killing men, women, and children? For 76 years? Not recently, but...
So, I have answers. It's unfortunate what is going on.
Do you condemn Israel for killing innocent men, women, and children? Yes or no?
It's unfortunate what's going on.
It's a yes or no.
I don't.
I'll give you another example. Is your mother a faggot? It's yes or no. Right? It's not really complicated.
Can you refrain from personal attacks, please, bro? Can we do that?
So here, I'm just going to assume these screenshots didn't exist.
Screenshots of what? You blind them?
No, they do, bro. I'm telling you, look, it's up to you not to trust me, but I did receive them, right? They were one time. People send one-time stuff on Telegram. All.
That is true. You're a victim, John? Did the rabbi touch you? What happened?
But, it doesn't make sense if you're trying to send someone messages of alleged Clubhouse chat. like comments or whatever. I don't see why he would send it to one
I'll
server.
tell you why
This
why
guy
he does it.
suddenly disappeared. Like,
Yes, but let me
it's just
tell you
not
why.
adding up. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you why people do one-time things. So that way they can't take a screenshot of it. That way they can't say that this guy sent it to me. That way that guy doesn't get blamed for it. You see what I'm saying?
But why is this person so scared of being out?
Because bro, he goes into a lot of.
Okay, so I mean, is he like scared of me? Like I don't see why he like what.
Look, if his name comes out, the problem is everybody's gonna either block him, report him, and they're gonna be very, very careful with him around.
I mean, they should be if he's screenshotting comments.
Is that illegal?
No, but it's kind of creepy and stalkerish, so I would see why people.
Have you ever recorded your own voice and listened to it?
I would see why people would block someone who does shit like that, so yeah.
Bro, you think you're unanimous on this app or something?
Well, someone who cares that much about my comments or whatever, clearly I am. If these screenshots are even real, but
I'm sorry if somebody told you that your VPN is protecting your privacy or whatever.
Yeah, that's great. You can pull up if you want.
John, I just sent him another message to see if he responds back. I'm afraid, the Zionist entity, right, is very strong. Either he got doxxed or something happened. God forbid, we're gonna have to wait.
Okay, if he sends you the message, you could put it up on your profile picture, cause yeah.
Are you gonna do that, Amir? Are you loyal, Amir?
Yeah, as soon as I get that permanent picture where I could take a screenshot, put it on my PTR, I'll be happy to do it for you. The reason why I just I told you about it is because
this will never happen. But
I don't wanna like shame you and all over the app, right? So this is why I just wanted to do when the room was small. That's when I told you about.
Right. I mean.
John, are you trying to are you trying to play it safe for the apocalypse to happen, right? As in the end of Israel, so you can then sit here in this room. Well, I never, chose a side. You cannot attack me. I was never pro-Israel because the apocalypse is around the corner. You know it, right? You know Israel is coming to an end.
Okay.
Right?
If you say so.
No, not if I say so. The writing's all over the fucking wall. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I don't know why you believe that a 58-year-old man can still become an athlete. That's pretty much what you are believing in. It's super weird. It's why do you believe that somebody in their late 50s can become an athlete? It's delusional. You understand that, or is that
Okay. Oh, okay. If you believe Israel's gonna be demolished or whatever, that you can believe what you want to believe. We'll see what happened.
Nazi Germany came to an end. Country of my origin, right? Great nation. The Armenian Empire came to an end, which was pretty big. The Persian Empire. You're an atheist. I take huge offense when you use God as a reference. I can go on with, and then you got this tiny little leap of land that so-called was promised to them by God, as much as most of them are secular and atheists, and the biggest gay community in a country, or I should say in the States. There is nothing godly what they're doing. It's not even making sense to sit there and claim this is what God promised us, which has never been the case. Israel is the name of a prophet, not the land. So nothing is making sense of what they're doing. Do you understand that, John? They understand how much they failed in all possible ways, raping on camera, shooting, killing, including, American citizens. sort of weird that you then sit here and like, no, I'm not really pro-Palestine.
Well, I mean, Hamas has Americans hostages, and one was recently murdered. So
when was Hamas founded, John?
Can't really tolerate that either.
John, when was Hamas founded?
You tell me.
Was it before or after Israel?
Israel what?
Israel what? What is your question?
Like you said, Israel, like, I mean, I guess after they founded, if that's your question.
Were native Dutch innocent of or guilty of becoming part of the resistance against the regime of Adolf Hitler?
I don't see how that's wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna end this live stream. If you're liking the live stream, click my profile.
So resistance is sometimes
subscribe
good,
now,
sometimes
you.
Let's talk about the new stuff on the news. So, John, there's a lot of news that came out recently. There was a claim 3 suspects were on house arrest after raping a 15-year-old girl. Right? What do you think about that? I think everyone should condemn that. Right? That happened inside Israel.
I mean, that's unfortunate to hear. I mean, that unfortunately happens everywhere. So
it's good.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about how. Look, it's a universal problem. I agree with you. But what I'm saying is the house arrest for these 3 rapists. Is that a good sentence coming from a judge inside Israel? It's from according to the Jerusalem Post, and people were triggered or mad and like, well, why would you do such a thing? Why would you allow these rapists? Even the cops were against it. The decision of the judge, because nobody does that.
I disagree with that sentence. Yeah.
If you can't fly. What is your highest education, John?
What's your highest education? Let's go diploma for diploma.
Okay, you start because I started with the question. Go ahead.
So how y'all doing?
Montano in the building.
Hey, what's up?
Ages.
What's up, brother? Where you been, man?
What's up, Montano?
I've been
Hey, what's up,
around.
Mango?
A little
You had
depressed. I'm a little depressed after, the election. But I'm over it now.
Wait, you voted for Camel Toe Harry?
Bro, there was only one choice. What's wrong with you?
Holy schmoly.
Dude, dude, you're in the Netherlands. You're not free to talk. You guys elected a worse choice. So don't even.
Wait, so if I don't have the money for a Bentley, I cannot talk about expensive cars?
Yeah.
Fuck,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You're horrible. Stripping
Listen,
my
I was
rights.
there in 2011 when he was just starting to rise to power. I never believed he would ever get there, and I was shocked when I found out. I was so upset.
Oh, is it that tan motherfucker you're talking about?
The blonde Hitler-looking guy from
the Trump
the Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
Oh, you mean Geert Wilders?
Yes, that's who I was referring to.
The sicko. Absolute sick
How
maniac.
did that get elected? I don't understand. I thought he was very unpopular.
He is. He's very much hated. He has hate gorillas that are surrounding him all day, every day, till his dying day. He will never enjoy any form of what's considered normal freedom again. His house is sort of like a military compound.
Oh, really?
Big time security, big time. A guy all the way from Pakistan or Afghanistan, I'm not sure, traveled all the way to the Netherlands to kill him, but he got caught.
Ow.
Wow.
Yeah, he got killed in Central Station with a headshot by the police.
That's insane. Wow.
No,
That's very unsafe. Like, I'm worried now about people in the Netherlands and their safety. That's not good. You don't want that kind of political violence.
He said very sick stuff, man, about Muslims and Moroccans, you know.
Yep, I remember.
And that's a very stupid thing to do in a country where 950, give or take 1 out of 20, is a Muslim in this country, and they're not bothering anybody.
Yep. No, it's true.
So, you know, it's messed up.
Sure is. But now it seems like half of Europe has terrorists as their presidents, and then the other half has like socialists. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, but the same thing in America, Montana. We got a whole bunch of these terrorists.
Well, that's true too. And by the way, Bernie Sanders, did you guys hear what Bernie said? The latest thing he said? He said AIPAC should no longer be allowed to pick Democratic candidates.
Nice.
And I agree with that.
I like Bernie Sanders. I wish he was like a freaking, our, what's it called, president.
I know. Listen, when they killed his movement in 2016, that was the death of the Democrats.
They didn't kill us.
I don't think they're ever. Oh, sorry, what?
Wait, you don't like Bernie Sanders?
I mean, I do like Bernie Sanders personally. I did support his 2016 run, even though I was kind of like a kid back then. But at the same time, I'm tired of this narrative that the Democratic Party.
How old were you back then?
Anyway, I'm just tired of this narrative that the Democratic Party shut down his campaign. But the thing is, no one voted for him, so I don't.
How do you know that?
Actually, a lot of people voted for him.
Not enough.
You were a kid back then, John. You just, slip of the tongue perhaps, but you were a kid back. Like, what did you all know back then?
Here's the thing. In 2008, you guys remember there was the Occupy Wall Street, right? And then you created the 99% and the 1%. That was kind of the beginning of this working class. It could have been a working class revolution, but then it got squashed. And then Bernie Sanders kind of picked up the mantle in 2016, and then it got squashed again. There was a organic groundswell of progressivism going on, and the establishment just refused to capitulate. And so that's how you got it. People were like, well, the left doesn't have a home in the Democratic Party, so let's try to destroy it, which I don't agree with, that last part. I think they should try to take over the party still, but it's just, this point in history we saw at the turn of the 20th century, and it got replaced by a progressive movement led by Teddy Roosevelt. We need a progressive bullhorn president, but that is not going to come from the Democratic.
What is there is Jewish.
Joy's here.
Kick.
Oh my God, is this the person?
Kick.
Kick him.
Don't kick them.
Why?
I leave the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the room too, wallah.
Bye.
I'll kick him. Come back. I'll kick him. Tell him to come back.
With those whores.
Excuse me, Piggy?
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you came back.
I didn't even leave. Why are you calling me a whore? She called me a
I
whore.
was talking about the girl that left.
No, you said whores.
Somebody called me a black.
Nobody said black. No, nobody.
Black. I didn't say a black. They were saying, who are you?
Yeah, why would you describe me as a fucking black, Nora? Are you okay?
I didn't say a black. I said you're black. Trying to help
I'm also
figure out who you are.
a regular fucking woman.
Yeah, but you called me and my friends whore, so it's not okay.
I didn't.
But I heard you. I literally was still in the room. By the way, Nora, kick this man out. I'm not gonna be here if he's gonna be here.
Okay. Don't kick him.
He's literally recording rooms and shit.
I know he's not. That's the wrong guy. His name's Abdul.
Joy has like different accounts.
No, bring him up, Nora. Bring him up.
Okay, Joy, come up here. Okay. It's admin. Admin literally record rooms. Come up here.
Okay, wait. You're right. I have him blocked.
My Joy account fooled her for a second. Oh my god.
Care for abortions or something like that. And so even
not just the man who got pregnant, but like suppose a woman gets pregnant and the man dies.
Okay.
So now what? Now she's on her own.
A woman dying.
I think that's a rhetorical question. In my view, all of the men around her, cousins, former boyfriends, brothers, they should step up and do the part of the father. And in the last resort, the government should do the role of the father on behalf of women generally, or rather on behalf of everybody, but to the benefit of women generally, at the expense of men generally. So that was my view. The idea that only the immediate man involved is responsible is, of course, the individualism, conceding only the slightest of altruisms in account of one's involved.
Well, I would see in a society that has laissez-faire capitalism, that women who become widowed and need help taking care of 2, 3, or 4 children would be better cared for through laissez-faire capitalism than they would be cared for by government intervention. And I know there's this suspicion of, well, human beings, and this might go into your characterization of human beings as such and what sort of beings we are. Maybe we won't be that noble, maybe we won't be that charitable, but there will be so much wealth created in a laissez-faire system that a widow would be able to find that sort of help without the government. And you also made this point about, the Balkans is about violence. And yes, I understand, like, crossing borders and, launching missiles or shooting people is one form of violence. But another form of violence, which I would just say is the use of force, is saying that if you don't pay the tax to take care of the widow, you will go to prison, which is the kind of force that we have in place today, as opposed to, what you have literally in the Balkans, former Yugoslavia and such. Okay, so there's a distinction, but it's still not necessarily violence, if that word, comes with blood on it, but the use of force. Whereas if I resist paying out of my taxes for the widow, I could be locked up. That's the use of force, and it essentially is violence.
Yes, well, I have no problem with violence. I think we need police, we need military, we need to get the bad guys. When you arrest someone, you have to put them on in handcuffs. You have to put them in prison. You have to beat them if they try to beat you. You have to kill the enemy. I have no problem with violence. The problem is not violence. The problem is excessive violence, wrongful violence, violence against the wrong people under the wrong circumstances. The problem with the Balkans is that it's violent for all the wrong reasons. The problem with balkanization is that separating people, or rather, people separating each other for the worst reasons results very often in violence. What I said is that when we separate each other, as we do, by race, class, and wealth, race, sex, and class, and various other ways, we are not balkanizing because that's not resulting in violence per se. There was already violence, and we do express it. But it's not that one leads to the other. I would not think that we should be sex blind, color blind, and wealth blind in order to bring about peace. But that's your second point. Your second point is that if we weren't laissez-faire, that is to say, if we had a state that was minimal in its action, perhaps even absent, or as absent as possible, that we would be more generous, and the world's problems, especially the problems of poverty, would wither away. Well, this is of course a future prediction, a prediction of how things would be if we ever were in laissez-faire. And we can disagree about that. I mean, I think the only way to establish the truth of what would happen is to try. And perhaps we could see if some countries or other have tried. Or perhaps we could put this entire country to the test at everyone's expense if it doesn't work out. Or you could recommend it somewhere else, like, let's say, Argentina. So I'm all in favor of experiment. I don't exactly want it to happen here, but I do think we can democratically decide where we want it to be tried. Argentina is a great place to try because, of course, they were very wealthy 100 years ago. And there seems to be no account of how they came to be the way they are now, except their collectivists. So I think it's a great opportunity for experiment. You know, they don't even have to become very wealthy. They don't even have to solve the problem of poverty. They just have to rise above the morass of Latin America, and that will improve something. I agree. But now, can we really credibly believe that the rich of this country, or any other, would solve the problem of poverty if they had every restriction removed from them? Well, let's look at Europe. Before the rise of democracy, the rich had everything. They had all the rights, and the poor had none of the rights. And what did they do? Were they insufficiently Christian? I would say that no one wasn't a Christian. Were they insufficiently kind? I don't think that kind of thing balanced from century to century.
Well,
was it not sufficiently free market? Well, they didn't need the free market for wealth. Lucky they had it already. So I think, look, you're entitled to your opinion about what would happen under different circumstances, but to the extent that these policies are to be the product of collective decision by vote, then I simply vote that you're a dreamer, and I would not what you experiment with me.
Well, you know, again, to use the example of the European aristocracy as analogous to maybe the 1% in the United States, I think is a bit flawed. Because the way that the 1% or the wealthy class, the aristocracy in Europe, gained its wealth was through the use of force and also by subjecting a population under mass hysteria for 1,000 years. Whereas the CEOs who are billionaires in this country, Musk, Walton, etc., gained their wealth not through the use of force, not through subjecting the mass of the population in a state of Catholic hysteria, but through, dare I say, serving the needs of the people and offering them products and services that they willingly, not at the point of a gun, decided to use. And that is how you have a kind of upper class, if you want to call it that, to say nothing of hereditary privilege, which played a role in Europe's aristocracy, which does not play a role in America's billionaire, quote-unquote, class. Or I guess we should also start talking about a trillionaire class. So, you know, I think that, you know, it's very irresponsible to make that association between the wealthy in America and the wealthy in Europe. Now, I will agree with you that if we were to inject laissez-faire capitalism into the United States right now, after having gone through probably 70 years of a mixed economy, it would be a shock to the system that would create more problems than it's trying to solve. And so instead of looking at what laissez-faire might do right now in the immediate moment as an immediate injection into a mixed economy that has been soured at least since FDR's New Deal, we should look at, you know, the growth, the expansion of rights, the extension of individual rights that occurred during the 19th century when America was still sort of in its nascent phase. And it began not as a mixed economy, not as an aristocracy, unless, of course, you include the slaveocracy in the South, which we can talk about. But so long as the free market was allowed to flourish without any sorts of privileges and things like that, not only did it get rid of slavery once and for all, which none of the European nations were really able to do until they started to align with more free market policies. It also showed you technological innovation at a rate absolutely unseen prior in human history, and dare I say, not seen in our own time today, because we now live in a mixed economy, and the Silicon Valley innovations that might be afoot are forestalled by the very nature of this mixed economy. And so when you bring up Milei and Argentina, it is an interesting example. If he goes about it responsibly, he might begin to unwind the socialism, collectivism, however you want to call it, back dogs, excuse me. And if he does it responsibly, there's a way to do it. But there's no way to just come along and say, fine, the next president should just be laissez-faire when we've had, 80 years of Social Security and Medicare. That would be calamitous, and I would not advocate that. But I would advocate, just moving forward, this will be my last point, is a Republican Party robust enough to slowly and carefully and rationally unwind the mixed economy that we find ourselves mired in right now. That might take more than my lifetime and maybe several generations. But if we were on that footing, I think that would be the best route for America to pursue, as opposed to walking blindly into the nightmare that we'll have when the national debt is finally up.
Okay, I have to remind you, we're doing political philosophy, not American politics. I agree with most of what we're saying, in as much as it corresponds to, who we vote for and what we do with specific policy problems that we have to face in the near future. But I wasn't addressing any of that. I regret, actually, given that you reveal yourself to be a student of the Austrian school, to have even brought up the medieval, the feudal example. I inadvertently, I should have known better, invited you to give me a lecture on why capitalism is better than feudal economics. Look, I know that. I know that free market capitalism is better than feudal economics. I also know that that there's nothing justifiable about the birthright of the state and wealth that one doesn't work for, and that today's millionaires and billionaires are, for the most part, self-made, although there's some inheritance here and there. I'm aware of all of that. I wasn't defending a return to feudalism. Okay, cut that out of the way. I also am not defending a mixed economy. Okay, I'm not participating in the capitalism versus socialism debate, which is, as I may have said more explicitly before, but did say implicitly, I reject this idea that either individual rights ought to take priority over collective rights, or that collective rights ought to take priority over individual rights. What I argue for is a balance, and that has nothing to do with economics, at least not immediately. Obviously, if one applies a balance of individual and collective rights to economic questions, that suggests that perhaps a mixed economy is best. But it's not at all my view. My view is that the state should not be involved in the economy as a buyer or a seller, except as is needed to govern. And so there's no reason why schools need to be run by the government, and so on and so on and so on. So I take a far more, I would say, libertarian view, without being one, on how to organize the economy. What I was talking about very explicitly